Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also on BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis. It's in the county sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, October the 9th, 2017. Time 5:15 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. I continue to keep myself employed right here in this Memphis tri-state area. I'll continue to further my education at Monroe College online, pursuing my associate degree, studying business administration, concentration mark. And right now, I usually had a music playing, but right now I'm had to get the technician on this. But what I'm gonna do right now is my Instagram. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also on BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis. It's in the county sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, October the 9th, 2017. Time 5:17 a.m. First, I thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. And always give thanks to God for all his blessings and his guidance. And like I said again, while we had an opportunity, we had some very tragic incident what happened in Las Vegas. And also, with the weather, natural disasters and things of this nature. I want to take a moment of silence, I want to take a moment of silence, not very long, about 30 seconds. And just want to go to God and just pray. So I'm watching my clock. So let's take a moment of silence. And we always, go to God, put God first. do right now in my Facebook Live. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis. It's in the county sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today and date, it's early Monday morning. Early Monday morning, October the 9th, 2017, time 5:22 a.m. First, say thank you to all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement and support. And I usually have I had to start my Facebook Live over again. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis. It's in the county sheriff in the state of Tennessee. Today and date, it's early Monday morning, October the 9th, 2017, time 5:24 a.m. First, say thank you to all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement and support. And I had just started my Facebook Live, and had to end it. Some going on Facebook again, because there ain't nothing wrong with my wireless connection. There's something about that Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Y'all wait for them to reconnect. Alright, see the signal came back, so okay. Like I said, see the Facebook and reconnected, so it's not nothing on my end, it's something that they doing. People be interfering and all this stuff. But what I want to do right now is take a moment of silence, because there's a lot of things that have transpired or happened that we always put God first. And had this incident in Las Vegas, and we having issues with the weather, natural disasters, things of this nature. And we just want to take a moment of silence and go to God in prayer. And not long, about 30 seconds, you know what I'm saying? About 30 seconds, But I'm gonna be watching my clock. And go to God in prayer. Go to God in prayer. And because you got to put God first. It's all it is to it. When you hear about the things that's transpiring, you couldn't be thinking about God, and then things about natural disasters. We had to go to God. So at this time, let's go to God. Take a moment of silence. Okay. We're going to continue to talk about African traditional religion. As you know, African traditional religion is being taught in institutions of higher learning, meaning colleges, universities. In sub-Saharan Africa, you can earn a bachelor's degree, you can earn a master's degree, you can earn a PhD studying African traditional religion. Now, one of the books we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omasane Walelu and Dr. P. Adalumo Lepemu. Another book we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled African Traditional Religion, a definition written by Dr. E. Baloja Adowu. Another book we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled African Religions and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S.M.B. Another book we're going to continue to read from and refer to is titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S.M.B. This is an African language distribution map. African language distribution map. Now this map tells you on the side there what the colors represent. They tell you that the blue color represents the Afro-Asiatic, the yellow color represents the Nilo-Saharan, the dark orange color represents the Niger-Congo A, the light orange color represents the Niger-Congo B, the Bantu. The green color represents two groups of people. The Kway people are the pastoralists, and the San people are the hunter-gatherers over there on the island of Madagascar. In purple lavender color, that's the Austronesians. The Austronesians are the people that live in Indonesia. They migrated, they colonized and settled the island of Madagascar. They're not the original inhabitants of the island of Madagascar. Now, as you know, the United States government, as well as the governments all around the world, they enact laws, and these laws are intended to make each and every one of us safe on this earth. Now, the United States government passed a law, the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970. And Title IX of the Organized Crime Control Act is the Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act, the RICO Act, anti-gang. Also, the Comprehensive Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act of 1970, the Controlled Substance Act, the Psychotropic Substances Act, the Continuing Criminal Enterprise Statute, the Kingpin Statute. Is all anti-gang. The Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act of 1974 established the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, plus other related legislation. The Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, and Comprehensive Gang Model, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Office of Justice Program, and the United States Department of Justice. You can go to youth.gov and you'll be informed about the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative as well as the Comprehensive Gang Model. Now, the Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the United States Department of Justice, Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, and Project Safe Neighborhood, the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Community-Oriented Policing Service, the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, the United States Department of State, the Institute for Intergovernmental Affairs, Gang Resistance Education and Training, a great program. The United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, the Office of Juvenile Justice Delinquency Prevention. In October 2009, the National Youth Gang Center, which had been funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice Delinquency Prevention since 1995, merged with the National Gang Center, which had been funded by the Bureau of Justice Assistance since 2003. The National Gang Center, compilation of state laws against gangs. You can go to the National Gang Center website, you'll be informed about the compilation of state laws against gangs, gang prevention, and overview of research and program. That's Mr. James C. Howell, the Office of Juvenile Justice Delinquency Prevention. The United States Department of Justice, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Office of Juvenile Justice Delinquency Prevention, National Gang Center Bulletin. And the title of that bulletin, History of Street Gangs in the United States. And when you read the bulletin, read the books in the bulletin. Also, you can go to Wikipedia and you'll find the same information. and the title Gangs in the United States. The United States Department of Justice, the Office of the United States Attorney Manual 1457, Criminal Street Gang Statute 18, United States Code 521. The United States Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, National Gang Intelligence Center. United States Department of Justice, Organized Crime and Gang Section, and other federal, state, and local agencies. United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, Anti-Gang Strategies, Prevention, Intervention, Assessment, and Suppression. The United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, the National Institute of Justice, United States Department of Health and Human Services, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Injury Prevention and Control, Changing Course, Preventing Gang Membership. Also striving to reduce youth violence everywhere. The United States Department of Justice, the United States Department of Education, the United States Department of Health and Human Services, United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, United States Department of Labor, and the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. You can go to youth.gov and be informed about the National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. United States Department of Justice, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, National Crime Prevention Council, keeping kids out of gangs, and also anti-hazing. You can go to lawyers.com and you can be informed about the anti-hazing. Also, coercion, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse, coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. I'm going to take just a little time this weekend. The protests on the East Coast, people were marching. We had protests against white supremacy, and they marched from Charlottesville, Virginia, to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And it was a 3-day march. It ended, it started on last Monday, it ended last Wednesday, this past Wednesday. And the marchers reached Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Monument, and also the white nationalists, neo-Nazis, white supremacists and all this. They returned to Charlottesville, Virginia, and with the intent to reignite the debate over the future of Confederate statues and monuments across the country. And I did my Periscope video yesterday, and like I said, as if we don't have anything else important to talk about. You talking about we're gonna have a debate about General Lee's statue and about the Confederate flag. Well, you be standing there talking about yourself. If I had it, if I say anything, you be standing there by yourself, talking by yourself. But I ain't gonna waste my time talking about no statue and no piece of cloth. And talking about some Confederate flag and General Lee. You be standing there talking about yourself. It's a waste of time. There's far more important things to talk about than to be talking about having a debate. Especially a debate about General Lee's statue and the Confederate flag. This is the United States of America. What Confederate flag means? This is the United States, the 50 states. There are 50 states in the Union, and also territories, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, and so on and so forth. U.S. territory, Guam, U.S. Samoa. This 2017, man. We are the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. People respect the flag all around the world. You understand? The United States government have treaties with other nations all around the world. When they see the flag with the 50 stars, the red, white, and blue, that's the flag that people around the world respect. That's the flag that people, when they see that flag, they know that's the flag of the United States of America. What sense do it make to be sitting around talking about having a debate about the Confederate flag that nobody respect, nobody around the world respect, but the stars and stripes, that's the flag all around the world. People respect that flag. Not just the people here in the United States of America. People all over the world, when they see the stars and stripes, they know that's the flag of the United States of America. That's the flag that people all over the world, they respect that flag. That's the flag that people all around the world, they respect. So, but yet still you want to have a debate. Use your common sense. This 2017, see, the only thing you people thinking about is a game. That's all you talking about. Talking about some white national. When you say white and black, nobody around the world wants to hear nothing you got to say. There's no reason for anybody to waste their time to hear anything you got to say. That's the past. All that was a bunch of people walking around trying to promote the game. And all you were doing was lying. You've been lying. And all this anti-white supremacy, talking about some Antifa. It wasn't even necessary for you to even say anything. All it is the same thing. People over there on the East Coast of the United States of America talking about the gang. They're trying to reinforce the gang. See, as time goes on, their influence, see, you really don't make sense. You never did make sense in the beginning, because all it was some people going around lying. lies that you told created a lot of pain and suffering. And totally unnecessary. And it's just time for you people to go on somewhere. Because you're not making any sense. You're not accomplishing anything. You know, you're a waste of time. And you just need to go on. Because, man, people, we are advancing. We improving. And we're progressing, and you're just gonna get left behind. As simple as that. And this weekend, professional sports and things of that nature, football, the other football, soccer, hockey, and the NBA, Major League Baseball, tennis, golf, just all sports, motorsports. A good thing happened this weekend. The NFL, the Vice President of the United States, Vice President Pence, did something good, at the Indianapolis Colts football game. Vice President just went ahead and left because he wasn't going to stay there and dignify your ignorance with that nonsense talking about the national anthem. Because you're just being stupid. This really is. You really are stupid. People that you some fake activists, some artificial activists, some imitation activists, some phony activists, some bogus activists. See, a lot of you celebrity athletes, celebrity entertainers, you come from the East Coast. This is the truth. This is the truth. This is the truth. See, you still be calling to try to play this game and walk around talking about some gang stuff. And we're going to get on the dictionary. We're going to get to the dictionary. See? And you try to play horseplay with other people. See, you sit over there on the East Coast and you horseplay with each other. And then you leave the East Coast, then you go around other people and do the same thing, try to horseplay. Other people, that's all you're doing, horseplaying. That's all you're doing. You're not standing up for anything whatsoever. You just horseplaying. And I applaud the Vice President Pence for speaking up for our nation, for the national anthem, the flag, and speaking out against these so-called protesters. Man, they some imitation activists. You bogus. You're not standing up for anything. And also, the Dallas Cowboys owner, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, he made it perfectly clear. He said, "Hey, I'll tell you something. If you don't respect the national anthem, you don't play." That's what he said. I applaud the owner of the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, as well as other owners and all professional sport for standing up for our nation, the national anthem, flag, and everything that's positive about our nation. Because our nation is continuing to move forward. And that nonsense, people not paying any attention to it. They just constantly moving forward and pushing you to the back. And so we just gonna continue to encourage everybody to maintain a positive outlook. Because when it comes to being advanced, being improved and progress, let's don't be confused about moving, having a better life. But see, you don't look at life as being better because of technological advances. It's just like having a hospital, for example. Having a hospital, and you have all your doctors and all these different doctors, not just a general doctor, but you have doctors for various fields, you understand? Neurology, urology, then you have your eye, what they call the eye, throat, and nose doctor. You have an ear doctor. You have a doctor for your foot doctor. You have a back doctor that just deal with the back. Then you have your doctors that deal with cancer. Then you have your doctors that pediatricians. Children doctors. Various doctors. But also being advanced, that making life better that way. We also have a legal system. And our legal system also makes life better. Because the way we think. For example, just like protesting, you have the right to protest and things of that. We have a legal system. You understand? We don't just make life better technologically, but we also make life better socially and with the way we think. Life got better because people love people. People don't hate other people. Men don't hate women. You understand? Life got better for women. You understand? Through laws that change domestic violence. Life got better, not only for women, but for men as well. How can a man have a relationship with a woman and then have a daughter? Your daughter don't have nothing to look forward to because they didn't have laws in place to protect a man's daughter from domestic violence. Life got better. Child sex abuse. Life got better. Children can grow up, you understand, in a world, and not just, life don't just be better because of PlayStation or Nintendo. You understand? But life got better because our legal system made it where children are protected from being kidnapped, from being murdered, protect the children from being sexually and physically abused, verbally abused. Children go to school. The school protect the children from the school teachers, from the school administrators, from abusing the children in the school. Life got better. Life got better for the children as well as for the parents. Life didn't just get better because you built a school and put central heating and air in the school, but yet and still the children were being kidnapped. Children were being physically, sexually and verbally abused by the school teacher, by the administrator, by the faculty. You understand? The children were not getting a quality education. So life got better. The education got better. That's how life got better. By not only changing, you understand, making technological advances, but life got better because we as people, as human beings, the way we think about animals, life got better. For instance, the horses, the cows, the white rhinoceros, the elephants, killing elephants for their tusks, killing that rhinoceros for its horn. See, there's no sense in killing a lion and you just kill a lion for no reason. There's no, just so you can say you shot a lion. You went on a safari with a rifle and you went out there and shot a lion for no reason. Now you got his head, now you got the lion's head up on the wall. You went out there out there in the woods somewhere. And you went out there and killed a bear. Just went out there and shot the bear. There's no reason for the bear who was out there in the woods minding his own business. And then you went out there and shot the bear. You still don't make no sense whatsoever. But life got better because we had to pass laws. The bald eagle, it was almost extinct. Now the bald eagle is making a comeback. But see, the way we think about the animals, like they what's this organization? ASPCA. They would protect the dogs and cats. And there's another one, PETA, PETA, PETA. But see, different organizations, they had to have organizations to protect the animals. But at the same time, you know who else they protected? They protected us as humans from other humans because the way your mentality. See, life got better because many people who have gone to school and have studied, they found out through research that people who abuse animals, them some of your people who mass murderers, people who committed some heinous crimes. So to keep people from committing heinous crimes, we had to protect the animals. We had to protect the dogs. We had to protect the cats. We had to protect the fish. We had to protect all the animals on this earth from being treated cruel and harsh treatment. But life got better. Not just because you driving around in a car, you got a bed to sleep in. There's a lot of people got a bed to sleep in, but they crazy. I mean, you just undeniably ignorant. walking around calling yourself a G, walking around calling yourself a thug, walking around calling yourself a mobster and a gangster. See, you see what level you on. See, this is how people can come to. They see what level you on. See, you still on that level where you call yourself a thug. You haven't advanced. You haven't improved. You haven't progressed. And so, this weekend, it showed that people want to move forward. They want to do better. They want to do better. And all that stuff you trying to pull, man, people see right through that. It ain't no but that gang stuff. And while we talking about the gang, now I do have in my possession a Merriam-Webster dictionary. And I also have a Merriam-Webster thesaurus. Now I'm going to have to take my glasses off on this. What's the copyright on this? It's 2000. Yeah, okay. Now, my Merriam-Webster is copyright 2004. 2004. Now this has, my thesaurus has a copyright of 2005. It's copyright 2005. Okay. Alright. Now we're gonna go to the dictionary, and we're gonna go online as well. Okay, gang. Okay, it's a noun. Number one, a set of implements or devices arranged to operate together. Okay, there's one. Number two, a group of persons working or associated together, especially a group of criminals or young delinquents. Okay. Number two, gang is a verb. Number one, to attack in a gang, usually used with up. Number two, to form into a move or act as a gang. Alright, now we know that when we see these definitions, a set of implements or devices arranged to operate together, and then a group of persons, see, it's not true. See, people take the word and they give their own definition to the word. Now you know what a noun is, right? It's a person, place, or thing. And a verb is a noun that shows action. So when you say gang, number two is a verb, and you say to attack in a gang, you know that's not true. What did they tell you what the word mean? It said a set of implements or devices arranged to operate together. So how you gonna turn around and attack in a gang? And Then definition number 2, a group of persons working or associating together. How you going to form into or move or act as a gang. That's not what the word means. Okay, gangster is a noun. A member of a gang of criminals. That's not what the word means. Because when you see, when you know how to read a dictionary, when you see that suffix on the end, they're telling you it's a suffix on the end, the S-T-E-R. All right, let me go to the front here. Okay, let me see, education. Okay. 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 Okay, height. Combine from the prefix okay. Now what I was looking at is when they put the little dot on the word, I was going to show everybody the dictionary. Okay, when they say gang and stir. You know, like prefixes and suffixes and compound words. When you read a dictionary, see, it gives you instruction on how to read it, and it gives you instruction on what everything means in the dictionary. Okay, so just like when you say gang, then it has a dot, then it says stir. Then it tells you it's a noun, a member of a gang of criminals, a racketeer. See, it's put there for a reason, and their instruction in the dictionary tell you what it means. organization someone. Okay, now we on mob. It's a noun. Okay, it's Latin, mobile vocus, facilitating crowd. Number one, massive rabble. Number two, a disorderly crowd. Number three, a criminal gang. Number two, mob is a verb. Number one, to crowd about and attack or ignore. Number two, to crowd into or around. See, that's what they're trying to tell you, that this word, this sound that you're making is not a word, but it's a shortening for a mobile vocus. And they tell you that it means the masses or the rabble. Okay, mobster. Okay, mobster is a noun, a member of a criminal gang. Now let's take the word thug. It's a noun. It's a Hindi and Urdu. Thag means literally a thief, a brutal ruffian or assassin. Alright, now let's go to the thesaurus. Now we read from the thesaurus. Gang is a noun. I want a group of people working together on a task. A gang of neighborhood residents spent the weekend cleaning up the park. Synonym, band, company, crew, outfit, party, squad, team. Related word, army, battalion, brigade, corps, troop, force, host, posse, stable, troop, administration, department, health, personnel, staff. Number two, a group of people sharing a common interest and relating together so that the whole gang went out for peace. School, computer, hacker had their own little gang. Synonym, body, bunch, circle, clan, clique. Community, coterie, crowd, fold, lot, ring, set. Related word, bevy, coven, flock, herd, horde, mob, swarm, throng, club, college, fellowship, guild, league, organization, society, cohort, pack, count, faction, sect, side, tribe, mess. Squad, brotherhood, fraternity, order, sisterhood, solidarity, sorority, commune, alliance, block, coalition, confederation, Congress, council, federation, union. Now you have your near antonym, loner, individual. Number three, group, a group involved in secret criminal activity. See ring, number one. Gangster is a noun. A violent, brutal person who is often a member of an organized gang. See hoodlum. Alright, mob is a noun. Number one, a group, a great number of personal things gathered together. See crowd, number one. Number two, a group involved in secret criminal activity. See ring, number one. Number three, the body of the community as contrasted with the elite. See mass, number one. Mob is a verb. To move upon or feel something in great number. See crowd, number two. Alright. Mob, stir, is a noun. A violent, brutal person who is often a member of an organized gang. See hooligan. Thug is a noun, a violent, brutal person who is often a member of an organized gang. See hooligan. Alright. That's dictionary. Alright. Tell you what, we're gonna go to dictionary.com. Okay, it tells you that gang is a noun. Number one, a group or band. Number two, a group of youngsters or adolescents who associate close and often exclusive for social reasons, especially such a group engaging in delinquent behavior. Number three, a group of people with compatible tastes or mutual interests who gather together for social reasons. Number four, a group of persons working together. Squad shift. Number five, a group of persons associated for some criminal or other antisocial purpose. Number six, a set of tools and electronic components or circuit oils arranged to work together with simultaneously. Number seven, a group of identical or related items. Verb used with object. Number eight, to arrange in groups or sets form into a gang. Number nine, to attack in a gang. Verb used without object. Number 10, to form or act as a gang. Verb phrasing. Number 11, gang up on a form of a number of persons to unite in opposition to a person combined against. Okay, now, the origin of gang, number one, Middle English, Old English, 1300, 1350. Old English, gang, gone, manner of going. A way, a passage, cognitive with Old High German, gang, Old Norse, gang, got it. See, all them other definitions just made up. That's not what the word means. The word means what Old English means. That's what the word gang means. It means a manner of going. That's what the word gang means. All that other stuff you saying, that's what people made up. Synonyms, company, crowd, crew, party, set, clique, total. Gang number 2 is a verb used without object, chiefly Scottish and Northern England. Number 1, to walk or go. The origin, before 900. Middle English, gang gang. Old English, gang gang. Gold gang. Cognitive, Old High German, gang gang. See, this is how you know when you be hearing all these different definitions, it's a lie. British Dictionary definition for gang. Number 1, noun, a group of people who associate together or act as an organized body, especially for criminal or illegal purposes. Number 2, an organized group of workmen. Number 3, a herd of buffaloes or elks or a pack of wild dogs. Number 4, New Zealand, a group of shearers who travel to different shearing sheds, shearing and classing and baling wood. Number 5, a series of similar tools arranged to work simultaneously in parallel beat is marked by a gang saw. Verb. Number 6, to form into, become part of, or act as a gang. Number 7, transfer electron to mount. 2 or more components such as variable capacitor on the same shaft, permitting adjustment by a single control. The word origin, Old English, gang, a journey, related to Old Norse, ganger, Old High German, gang, the Sanskrit, jungate, foot. Gang number 2, verb number 1, Scotland, to go. Word origin, Old English, gang, to go. That's what the word means. That's what the word gang means. All that blood gang, Crip gang, folk gang, my people gang. That's not what the word means. That's not what the word means. The word means to go in Old English. That's what the word means. All that a pack of wild dogs and me and the gang went out for peace. That's a lie. That's a lie. Some juvenile delinquents. That's a lie. The criminal organization is a lie. The word means to go. That's what the word gang means. It means to go. Word origin and history for gang from Old English. A going, journey, way, past. That's what the word gang means. That's what the word gang. You can't put no stir on the end of gang. That Americanism is a lie. It's a lie. The word gang means to go. It means a journey. It means a way, a passage. That's what the word gang means. So behaving and conducting yourself in a negative way, it shows your ignorance. It shows your ignorance. Walking around with your pants hanging all out, talking about you a G. You ignorant. You are illiterate. That's what it means. Now let's mob. Let's look at mob. It's a noun, a disorderly or riotous crowd of people. Number 2, a crowd bent on or engaged in lawless violence. Number 3, any group or collection of personal things. Number 4, the common people, the massive populace or multitude. Number 5, criminal gangs, especially one involved in drug trafficking, extortion, etc. Number 6, the mob, the mafia. Number 7, sociology, a group of persons stimulating one another to excite and losing ordinary rational control over their activity. Number 8, a flock, herd, or drove of animals. Number 9, adjective. Related to or characteristic of a lawless, irrational, disorderly, or riotous crowd. Number 10, directed at or reflecting the lowest intellectual level of the common people. Verb used with object. Number 11, to crowd around noisily as for curiosity or hostility. Number 12, to attack in a riotous mob. Number 13, fox hunt, to chop a fox. Alright. The origin of mob is Latin. 1680, 1690. It's short for Latin. Mobile vocus. The movable, changeable, and constant common people. That's what the word means. It's short for Latin. Mobile vocus. That's what the word mob means. All that blood gang, crip gang, all that folk gang, my people gang, that's a lie. That's not what the word means. The word mob means is short for Latin, mobile vocus. That's what the word mob means. You can't put stir on the end of mob. It's short for mobile vocus. The word origin and history for mob. 68, disorderly part of the population, rabble. Slang, shortening of mobile. Mobility, common people, populace, rabble. 1670, probably with that concept play on over from Latin, mobile vocus. That's what the word mob means. It's short for Latin, mobile vocus. It's a short slang shortening of mobile. It's a slang shortening of mobile. You can't put stir on the end because it's a slang shortening of mobile. And then all these different definitions. You can't word mean a disorderly or riotous crowd of people. A crowd bent on or engaged in lawless violence. That's not what the word is. A slang shortening of mobile. And they told you what mobile means. What does mobile mean? Everybody looking around. Everybody got to look on it. What does mobile mean? I'm not going to look it up for you. You look it up. Now let's go over to thug. Thug is a noun, a cruel or vicious ruffian, robber, or murderer. One of a former group of professional robbers and murderers in India who strangled their victims. The origin of thug, Hindi, 1800-1810, first report 1800-1810. Thug is from the Hindi word thag, literally rogue or cheat. The British dictionary definition for thug: a tough and violent man, a criminal. A member of an organization of robbers and assassins in India who typically strangle their victims. The word origin and history for thug, 1810. Member of a gang of murderers and robbers in India who strangle their victims. That's what the word means. So all you individuals in that blood gang, Crip gang, all that folk gang and my people gang, that word thug is a Hindi word. A group of professional robbers and murderers in India who strangle their victims. So you walking around talking about you thug land and thug life and all that ignorant stuff you be saying. That's not how you behave. That's not how you conduct yourself. Now, like I said, it just, see, that just goes to show what level you on. It shows what level you on. You walking around, just constantly walking around, talking about you a thug. You just be lying. You lie to children. Just like we were talking about on Periscope yesterday. Here it is. I'm an African American. I live here in the United States of America. I'm free. I'm free. I can go wherever I want to go. See what that is mental slavery. See, you still want to be a slave. That's what it means. Walking around calling yourself a thug and a goon and a boss and talking about you in a gang. And see, people lie to you. And then, you lie to yourself as well to others. Because you're a slave. Physically, you've been emancipated. You're free. Mentally, spiritually, you still a slave. That's what it means. You're a slave. You're still a slave. You don't want to let go. And it's incorrect. It's wrong. And you're not getting away with it. But see, that's the reason why I do the things I do. Cause see, I'm not mentally a slave. I don't go around calling myself no thug. I ain't no gang. I'm not no mob. None of that. grown. You don't supposed to be lying to no children. It's not right. And you need to change your attitude. And see, like we talked about in the past, all this organized crime and secret societies, things of that, it's a lie. All this stuff about sororities and fraternities and gangs, see, all you doing is lying. All these man-made religious organizations, all this is a lie. It's a lie. That's what all you doing is lying. And just need to change your point of view, man. Your point of view is incorrect. It's wrong. And you need to leave that way of thinking behind and move forward. Because all it is slavery. It's mental slavery. Now, as you can see, this is a map of the world. This is a world map. It's a world map. Now, when we talk about slavery and things, the East African, West African slave trade, and we talking about this word gang plus stir, and mob plus stir, and thug. There are people that live in Europe who ain't never had anything to do with the East African slave trade or West African slave trade. The Albanian speaking people. The Albanian speaking people. Well, Facebook got to reconnect again. Facebook and reconnected again. Okay, the Baltic speaking, the Albanian speaking people have never had anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. The Albanian speaking people. The Baltic speaking people, Lithuania, Latvia, have never had anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. The Turkey speaking people, the European nation of Turkey, Anatolia, the Altaic speaking people, they have never had the Ottomans, they have never had anything to do with it. The Greek-speaking people, they ain't never had anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. The Slavic-speaking people have never had anything to do with the East African or West African slave trade. The Uralic-speaking people that are Hungary, Finland, Estonia, they ain't never had anything to do with the East African, West African slave trade. Now, when it comes to the European nation of Romania, Wallachia, now they have never had anything to do with the East African, West African slave trade. There's a history of slavery. The Roma people were enslaved. Slavery ended. It was abolished. Slavery was abolished in Romania early 1800s, mid 1850s. slavery was abolished. You know, it was abolished. The Roman people, full citizenship and full rights. You know, even today, the Roman people, the gypsies. That's what we talking about. The Roman people, they nomadic people from India. Gypsies, they, you know, people call them, they refer to as the gypsies. And now you know Romania during World War II, Adolf Hitler, the Germans, you know, was allies with the Germans. Adolf Hitler and the Germans committed crimes against humanity, against the Romanian Jews and the Roma people. The most evil person on ever in history, Adolf Hitler. And like I say, the European people, like I just showed you, people who live in Europe never have any involvement in the East Africa, West African slave trade. Now, before I end today's video, we've been continuing to expose Saul, as you know. And like I said, you can go to the book of Acts, Acts chapter 9, read the whole chapter about Saul being converted. And then Saul tells about his conversion in Acts chapter 22 and Acts chapter 26. Turn back to Acts chapter 9, you will see that Saul lied. He lied about his conversion. Acts chapter 22, verse 8. I think it's verse 8, 9. Read Acts chapter 9, verse number 7. Verse number 7, about, you know. And you'll see Saul lied. Acts chapter 26, read verses 13 and 14. Turn back to Acts chapter 9. You'll see Saul from Tarsus, the so-called Apostle Paul. He lied about his conversion. He lied. All that stuff about being a Christian is a lie. The disciples, the Apostle Peter, stood up in the midst of the disciples. That's, you want to know what you would call the people who follow Jesus Christ, the disciples, not no Christian. That's what Saul from Tarsus did. That's the devil. That's the devil. Go back to my previous videos. We didn't talk about it, and we're gonna continue to talk about it. And we're gonna go to every government on this earth and expose Saul from Tarsus. And get ready to end today's video. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the county sheriffs in the state of Tennessee. Thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. And till next time, take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you the very best. Always put God first.